Hey, no, it just made me think about that hot dog video you did a while back.
Because girls be like, I be like, I am stressed out.
She fucked me up with that.
That's my unpopular opinion. It's difficult. Girls be trying to act cute. Like,
Really?
Yes.
That is amazing.
You got any unpopular opinions?
Unpopular opinion. Giving head is hard.
All right, so for anybody ever wonder why B Simone is single, that's it right there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like sometimes a homeboy of mine who listened to the show, he said that to me. He was like, "Bruh, yeah, I'm cool on her." Like you can't. It's just like, and real quick, and this is again, I think I said this already, but I do want to repeat this for women who don't know. I'm sure women who do the lip filler thing, they probably know, and that's kind of sad why they do it. But dog, men be looking at women and they look at their lips. So when especially for black women, when they got like voluptuous lips, I know I'm saying the word completely wrong, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Women who got big, sexy lips, niggas look at them. That's why I told y'all with Monica McNutt, dog, niggas who know, like if you watch ESPN, you been knew that she is that girl. Like niggas be like, let's be clear, niggas love Molly, but Monica McNutt. And pause, that last name is just crazy. I don't know how people just don't pause that last name all the time. But just her lips is OD fire, and along with her facial expression. But going back to B Simone, I literally, if you was ever lusting over B Simone, I was like, damn, I wouldn't mind. I would crack her. I swear to God, that literally, I wouldn't even want to touch B Simone because that one was corny. Like, nah.
Why?
I can't date no girl who don't like giving head because we all listen.
She didn't say she didn't like it.
Every girl head is not good.
Yeah, and guess what? I wouldn't be in no relationship with no woman who give like C grade head. That like dog.
But you have to have the head.
You don't have to have it, but you probably need it, dog. Especially after a certain whole. Okay, let's be clear. And if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't watch as much porn as I do now. I probably wouldn't watch it at all, if I'm being honest, because I do know realistically. I remember this. You know, it's so crazy. Like when you young. And we like, just when we was young, we used to be at the basketball court just arguing about stupid stuff. As a kid, I used to argue with the older dudes all the time. And I used to think like, oh, watching porn was fire. Nigga, I beat my shit like 3 times a day. And they used to always tell me like, nigga, this shit like a car. You're going to blow your transmission. You keep beating your shit. And the older you get, your shit ain't going to get as hard as you need it to because you keep watching all that goddamn porn. And we could tie that into Candace Owens. And we could tie this conversation also into Marlon Wayans because Marlon Wayans said, the older he get, he 51 years old now. Missionary is cool for him. That's all he need. He don't need nothing else. He don't need nothing else. He said he can get him a couple pumps in with the Missionary, kiss or whatever case may be, and he can go to bed for the night. So I do kind of want to tie all of that into one conversation. We can break them down, but I just kind of want to keep it in that vein of this section. Me personally, dog, I'm old. I'm not sitting here like you. I just don't randomly get hard because a girl naked now.
Well, I got a question. If you watch porn all the time, right? Mm-hmm. And when you get in a relationship, are your expectations going to be
no? So I don't never watch it for that. I don't because realistically, and this is just pause again, no Diddy. I can and I'm sure most niggas, if y'all won't be honest, but I'm gonna be honest. I watch certain porn and I see certain niggas. I'm like, bro, this nigga dick is fake. This shit is ridiculous. So I'm not. If I know this nigga pause, no Diddy got a fake dick. I know for a fact that I'm not going to expect the same thing from women with the sex shit.
No, but just your performance. Like, do you feel like you're gonna hold them to, I guess, a higher standard?
No, because I don't think all porn be like this. The standard, like, let's be especially.
But I think that's probably what she was trying to say, that it's hard to do.
Nah, that's corny.
She didn't say she didn't like to.
Yeah, listen to what she. Hold on. Let's play it again. Hold on.
That is my unpopular.
To me, saying giving head is hard is basically saying like you don't like doing it.
But that's just like, okay, that's just like if a girl, you say, if you don't like eating pussy, you might not like it. It's not your favorite thing, but you're not as good.
No, listen to what I'm saying. But again, listen to what I'm saying. If you, as the older you get as a man, one thing you should do. This shit is almost like in your 2 things you should do. You should, one, hopefully the women like to use toys and she allow you to use them on her, so that can help be a cheat code for you too. So you ain't got to sit here and try to sit here and put on a goddamn performance for 45 minutes solo dolo by yourself and eating vagina at a dog. After you listen to what I'm saying, I know, especially for niggas in your 30s, it hit us long. Like these young dudes been in, like, and that was one of the crazy things when I first started managing the band and all of them was in high school and they was like, yeah, I eat pussy. I'm like, bro, you in high school eating pussy? What the nigga? I wasn't even 30 yet. I was in my late 20s. I'm like, bro, I haven't even thought about eating no pussy. What the hell are you niggas talking about? But that was that Fat Trill, Kevin Gates era. Like them kids like grew up on that type of behavior. So, but as a man, the older you get, dog, eating box is a part of your repertoire. You got to do that. You cannot sit here and be like, oh, I ain't gonna eat no box. Like, nah, unless you sit.
How many girls you know that got good pussy and their head is trash?
That's not gonna be the girl for me. But that's my thing. You gonna hold head
up there like that. I don't need the head.
You can
If her
tell- you
pussy
can
and everything
tell
else
her.
is knocks the box up, I don't need that.
For lazy days, you need some good head, though. And it's a difference between. I'm sure women know this. It's a difference between a nigga who like to eat your pussy and a nigga who just doing it because he's just trying to hurry up and get you to suck his dick. I know for a fact, as women listening right now, you know the difference between a nigga who actually likes to eat pussy and a nigga who's literally doing it just to try to hurry up so you can suck his dick. Like, he know for a fact he got to get you off first, and then you gonna get him. And the effort he puts into it, you're going to be able to tell the difference. And that's how you know with women. Like, it's some women who love to suck dick. I know women, though. I know a girl right now, I swear to God, she wanted to break up with a nigga because she was like, he don't like for me to suck his dick. Girl, I used to do it without water, and I swear to God, she used to be like, dog, he don't like me sucking his dick, and you know how wet that make me, and he basically taken away from my experience. And when she told me, because I dealt with her,
what if she don't get him there like that?
nigga, she is a goddamn throat goat. It's not. You can't go from a throat goat sometimes and be me.
Some people
nah,
experience
dog.
No, but some people experience and how that person is too.
No,
it might
yeah,
be
no. Listen
different.
to what I'm saying. Sex, I can go for that because maybe some people. Nah, dog. A woman who women who get wet from giving head, they ain't never coming up slight. They never half-ass giving head because they actually just really like doing it. And that's the difference between getting a woman who's really into it, and that's the same thing with women. With men, I'm sure I know for a fact women is listening right now. You could be like, I know niggas who half-ass it, and then you know niggas who will sit there and be down there for like 20 minutes. Like, he cool. He cool. Like, I'm not speeding the right, especially the older you get. Like, bro, I'm cool. I'm gonna rely on my tongue the same way I'm gonna rely on my dick because I don't know what to tell you. To me, those two things go hand in hand. And if you can find a girl who freaky enough to go throw the toys in there too, I was so crazy. Like, and this is just a random story. I remember this broad I was messing with. I remember she was just literally. She sent me a video one day and she had the toys and a butt plug in and all that. And I'm like, damn, I ain't know your shit go that crazy. And she was just like, well, you never asked. I'm going to bring them the next time. We end up stopped talking, like literally, I think that week right before she was supposed to bring this shit over because I forgot what she kept pressing me about. I want to say probably was 9 times out of 10 was working out too much. Why you in the gym and why you don't be talking? Like, I know it had to be something stupid like that because most of the time when I stopped talking to somebody, it'd be for something dumb like that. And that's what it was. Oh, she kind of might have showed me she was too crazy or something. And I was like, I'm going to nip this in the bud early. But
Hold on. So she showed you all the freaky shit and you just cut her off because she
because she was, but no, not necessarily more time. It just be like, you know how sometimes somebody can just say it to you like super aggressive where it was like you can see that this gonna go left, like this gonna be a problem. And if you kind of know it's gonna be a problem, and some women be like, "Dog, I've literally seen like."
But you ain't remember that video? They're like, "Damn, I gotta see what that."
Yeah, but it seemed like the issue was gonna be way worse than the video. Like that.
But so you already hit.
Yeah, I hit endless times, but I never knew that she was that
like
freaky
that.
because you know, like when you meet some girls, sometimes they be like, you ask, for a picture or video, and they be like, oh, that's just not my thing. And then like later on, maybe 2-3 months in, and then they give you that extreme, and you be like, holy shit, I thought you wasn't like this. What you ain't like sending for pictures? How the fuck you go from not like sending pictures to sending a butt plug and a goddamn dildo video?
Bring it out of them.
Nah, that should be just cap. Like, motherfuckers just be telling you they don't like shit until they get comfortable enough and feel like they can trust you. That's all that should be. Cause you be like, I told you, I'm one of them niggas. I'm gonna look at that top date, and it be a lot of women be having them fucking old videos just sitting in their phone, and you just gotta earn that fucking video. They not just randomly sending you. So don't get it twisted. It's some women who just randomly off the gate, y'all get in that flow, they just gonna send them, and then there's some women like, nah, you gonna have to wait a minute. So I mean, like I said, and going into the Marlon Wayans thing, I agree with what he's saying, but I feel like that's how relationships get stale. Like if you just doing just the missionary and it's just kind of like, unless you and your partner both come out and if y'all have that verbal conversation and y'all just upfront and talk about it and have a dialogue about it, then I feel like, okay, you can get it off. But if you're just trying to pull that off and you never having a conversation and you used to realistically, like let's say if y'all been in a relationship for 7 years and okay, now y'all 7 years older and now in the 7th year, you want to go from y'all used to have sex all over the house, back shots, riding and all that stuff. And now y'all going to just missionary only because you old and you tired and you ain't got the stamina. I feel like that could literally just throw a relationship into complete garbage. I can't see no relationship I can't see no relationship staying fresh like that. And that's how you just giving up. Unless y'all had a conversation.
You're not gonna always stay young. You ain't gonna be able to do it the same way you was doing it when you first met.
Yeah, but you gotta have a conversation though. I don't feel like you could just cut like that's just like letting yourself go in a relationship. Yeah,
But you're not always gonna be at your best every time you perform. You're not gonna always be at your best.
Yeah, I don't think you have to when you're in a relationship, but I do feel like you can't. Okay, let's bring it back into sports. I can't have 10 bad games, dog. If you got 10 bad games, niggas gonna call you to the carpet. Like this it ain't gonna be just like, oh yeah, well LeBron and just he been in a terrible slump and we just gonna let it go. No, nigga, it's gonna be the headline of ESPN, Fox Sports. Oh my God, LeBron James ain't scored over 10 points in 10 games. Like they gonna drag it, nigga. They gonna drag it to hell. So then you gotta look at that the same way with sex. Like I'm not about to sit here and be like,
so in a relationship, how often you looking for good sex?
shit, probably at least twice a week or once a week at least.
Good sex. How often you looking for great sex? Like that mind blowing sex? Then
I feel like those two things are the same thing. Like once a
can't
week,
be the same thing.
Shit, why can't it?
Hell no. You can't get both. One is good, one is great. Like, damn, I remember this. I remember that time when you had me like that. Oh, I remember that one day. That's one of those moments. That's a great. Now, good is just
I feel like good is just like some random missionary y'all just kissing. Like that's just good. So I feel like that's why I said great can, but then good can go into just the regular shit that Marlon Wayans talking about. And what you talking about with great and mind blowing. Then maybe twice a month. I don't know. I ain't been in a relationship in a long time. So and the crazy thing is I could almost tie this into the Lenny Kravitz joke. Bro, him saying 9 years, it sounds like a drag, but sometimes though, when you get to like a year and some change and the time go by so fast, you be like, damn, it don't feel like that long. Like after you start to get the ball rolling and you 5, 6, 7 months into not having sex, you absolutely forget. Like you just kind of, especially again, that's what I'm talking about when we talk about the podcast app, because the older you get so locked into your routine, you kind of just like, that's just my routine. I don't even care no more. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's literally 2 girls this week that literally sit here and DM me and say, dang, you just gonna go complete gray when you don't believe in getting a haircut no more. I know you a hat nigga regardless, but you know we can see now that you ain't got a haircut. It's not just like I got my hat on and a haircut. And it was like, and I kind of like in the back of my mind, but it's just so routine. I haven't had a haircut since October. So it's like you get so used to something, you be like, oh damn, at one point in time, I was telling a girl today, I'm like, bro, at one point in time, I used to wouldn't even make, or I would make videos not having a haircut, but I always save my best jokes for when I got a haircut. But realistically, more of my video, we talked about this before, even when I talked about the Nicki Minaj thing, it was like, bro, the more I just kept posting and it wasn't about, oh, what I look like, and it was more about what I was saying and how I was delivering it, that mattered more than getting a haircut. So then when you get in the rhythm and, okay, well, shit, I already got this video with 300,000, 200,000 with no haircut. Shit, what am I getting a haircut for? I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going on no dates. I'm not getting no pussy. So what the fuck am I getting a haircut for? We talked about this during the pandemic when it was me, Pretty D, Top, and we all had that conversation. If no woman is involved, what am I getting a haircut for?
But even with the Lenny Kravitz situation, I'm not too familiar with his music and what he do, but how he performs. If he's still performing in front of women and they still like, I get it. You're not outside. You're not going nowhere. So it's
easy. Yeah, so it's easier to do that.
If you told me that you was selling, you ain't had sex for, I can believe it.
Right.
But for him to be an entertainer and you still performing and you still be wearing your little ass
short and pants
shit like that, and you think if women not trying their hand, that does take a lot of discipline. If you tell me you've been 9 years without sex, that take a lot of discipline.
No, that take more than discipline. I think that's why, Ice-T threw it around world. That's weird. Like I hear you, it sounds cool, but it's weird.
I ain't never heard Gayle King talk like that a day in my life.
Yeah, Gayle King is one of them black people that I don't consider black, so I kind of don't be tapping into nothing that Gayle King be doing.
But what she was saying, like, okay, your girlfriend, can I beat her and all that? Like, I ain't never seen her be that thirsty.
Yeah, I mean, I heard all of that. I mean, I seen the sound bites and the clips of it, but I mean, I just feel like she kind of trying to lean into find a way to kind of make herself cool. Because it'd be like some people was like, and I always say this, me and Lo used to have this argument all the time where it'd be like, he used to send me certain people who like, they may work at a radio station. And I'd be like, bro, they got a job. They don't have an opinion. And that's the difference sometimes. Like, even just think about it. Like,
and that's tied back to what Stephen A and them do.
Yeah, so yeah, but that's of course, that's a tied in with Stephen A. But even if you can see him tied, I could just tie it in locally. Like, just think about, I'm gonna just use Quicksilver for example, because I'm sure he wouldn't care. He got followers, he's been doing this for millions of years. But nobody sitting here, like, even if you hearing this whole situation going on with Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark, you don't care about what Quicksilver opinion is on that. But he still got a job. He still get on the radio every day and talk, but you don't care what his opinion is. And that's the difference. Me and Lo used to have this argument all the time. It's a difference between people following you because of your opinion and people just following you because you got a job. If you got a cool job, people going to follow you. But that don't, especially if you work at a radio station and other people like, oh, I grew up on this person, so I'm going to follow them. Or they work at this radio station, boom, that's cool. Like some black people I forgot who I was listening to or watching, and they was just talking about how black people be so enamored by jobs that people have. Like, oh, I got this job because it's a good job because white people said it's a good job. And I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but it's a real thing. Like people be like, oh, you work in the government, like because white people told you a good government job is a thing. That's is impressive to you, not knowing like you can go get a construction job and you could probably make more money than people. But because construction working or being a plumber or HVAC or any of these things, they're not like quote unquote good jobs if you never worked them or you don't know no people that be like, shit, this person that clear like 200,000. Doing HVAC or doing whatever construction job. Like people be making bread, but because these are not careers that people like praise, you kind of just don't like people. They don't get as glorified, they don't get promoted or talked about as much. So people don't look at them as like good jobs. And that's why even people, I seen it was a joke where somebody was sitting telling Cardi B like she need to go get in the booth or whatever case may be. And then she kind of trolled them like, yeah, go flip some burgers. I guess they made the post and they work at Wendy's or something. But my thing is, people just, and that's one of the worst things I guess that happen to black people, because we done talked about that a million times. Like think about how many kids don't work at Six Flags no more. Like you growing up in the DMV, working at Six Flags used to be a cool thing. Everybody wanted to work at Six Flags during the summertime. But think about kids now, like, dog, you go to Six Flags, it'd be endless foreign people to work there. It'd be endless Spanish people to work there. Like they literally be having foreign people come to the United States just to work at Six Flags over the summertime. I guarantee you, if you go to Six Flags this summer, it's going to be way more foreign. When I say foreign, I don't even mean Spanish. I mean people like from Brazil, all these other different countries that literally work at this goddamn Six Flags. And it ain't black kids no more. It literally used to be like, damn, oh, all the kids from Greenbelt, go there. All the kids from Flowers, all the kids from Lago work here. Like they all used to work in different sections. That's not that no more, dog.
But you also got to look at even around here, that's a lot of people that live in these areas now. It ain't just blacks now. So you do gotta take that in consideration too.
Yeah, them kids ain't looking for them jobs because them jobs ain't because them
mommy and daddy got money or they living off of that.
Yeah, that's wild. But anyway, I don't even know how we got we got over there because of Lenny. Or we just talking about Gayle King and the job thing. Just to me, but I just like I said, she got a job. I don't necessarily like know what's the crazy Gayle King take that people like. I want to hear what Gayle King opinion is on this. Like it's just I don't know that. Like people know Gayle King because okay, that's Oprah homegirl. She got a job. She working like CNN or something. But it's like I don't care what her opinion is. Like I just don't. Like I'm not even going to lie to you. I love LeBron James, the basketball player, but I don't really care about nothing LeBron James got to say. I really never watched The Shop or none of that. Y'all don't hear me coming in here with shop takes or none of that because I don't really care. Like it's something. And let's be clear. I think, and that's one thing I think we got to do. And to me, just how I look at athletes. When the fuck did we ever actually want to hear an athlete talk? When did the word dumb jock go out the window? When you see so many people now, like I seen a dude I want to say like sometime last week, he was like, damn, I remember when I used to think like only good sports podcasts could be the athletes. And I feel like they be putting out the worst takes now. Because after a while, guess what they do? Their real honest opinions go out the window and now I'm chasing clicks and views. So that's again, sometimes what I'm saying, some people just got a job. It's like, hey, you got a job. Do you have a real opinion? And it's a different, and I think people will eventually have to learn the difference between people who got real opinions and people who just got a job. And you're absolutely right. Stephen A. Smith just got a job. He don't got no real opinions. He just got a job, dog. And if you still going to, if that's your go-to guy for sports, and I'm not sitting here saying, hey, highlight me for the good guy for sports. I'm just saying, period, because you can go on YouTube and you can find somebody that you may like. It's there. But going back to the Lenny Kravitz thing, 9 years. I don't know if I could do that, dog. That's crazy. Like thinking about it, saying it out loud, saying that you're absolutely right. If you go out, and that's another reason why I was telling the young lady, I was like, I don't want to get a haircut because I don't even want that temptation. I know how that, like getting a fresh haircut, you posted, and then now you feel like, shit, I got a haircut, I can get some pussy now. I gotta sit here and post so I can get somebody to slide in the DM. Like you just feel more thirsty because it's like, shit, I gotta make this haircut worth it. Or what was the point of getting it? So I mean, like you're right. With Lenny Kravitz, you still going out and women still being super lusty for you. It's hard to believe you went on a 9 year. I don't believe that one. No, 9 years is insane.